This week in Jamaica Now.
I tell a man all the while, the baddest man I know is myself, I don't associate with bad man.
Alleged rogue cop in hiding speaks after deadly Spanish Town shooting incident and high-speed car chase. A three-way probe is underway into the incident, and the police high command says the cops were not suspended, although they had been on murder charges. National Security Ministry announces that the Mobile Reserve is to be disbanded and its commander has been sent on leave. Another schoolgirl murdered, a pastor protests. And Free Beach, former Contractor General says Daryl Vaz sought to influence sale of government asset. I'm Damian Mitchell and this is Jamaica Now. Corporal Kirk Fraser, one of three so-called rogue cops, has denied that he was involved in any wrongdoing. Initial reports were that Corporal Fraser and his two colleagues from the Mobile Reserve shot and killed businessman Sheldon Daly at a party in Shedwin Park, St. Catherine. It was reported that an off-duty cop who saw what happened then pursued the alleged killer cops who crashed into another vehicle at the intersection of Brunswick Avenue and Job Lane. The initial reports were that during a shootout, one of the cops was killed and another arrested, and Fraser escaped. But Fraser, who has been in hiding, said that account is not true. He said he and his two Mobile Reserve colleagues were at the party and observed men trying to escape in a Nissan Tida after Daly's murder. Fraser said as they chased the Tida, he and his colleagues realized that they were being pursued by men in a white Honda car. According to the cop, the men fired shots on the unmarked police vehicle before it eventually crashed.
That vehicle that we intercept, that we collide in, I saw when he go over there and fire shot in that vehicle. In that, I think it was a gray AD wagon. Yeah. And I heard when a man was saying, "It's my son, you're killing my son. It's my son that my son don't do anything," something to that effect. And then that man now left from over there and come over to where my vehicle was and shot Corporal Williams in I think it's his head or face. Somewhere in his upper body, I think it is his head. Come and shot Corporal Williams. By then when I saw it, I was so terrified.
And a three-way probe is now underway into the dramatic Spanish Town shooting. The Independent Commission of Investigations, the Police Inspectorate, and the Criminal Investigation Branch are conducting separate investigations. Indicom Commissioner Terrence Williams says he wants to know why the three cops were not suspended from duties since at least two of them had been on murder charges. Corporal Fraser is among the two who had been charged. However, in an interview with TVJ's Kirk Wright, Fraser insisted that he was a good cop.
I tell a man all the while, the baddest man I know is myself, I don't associate with bad man. If me and you are a friend and you are in gangster thing, I just keep you from a distance. And when I hear all the commissioner, like we were criminals or something, that hurt.
And among the items found in the unmarked Mobile Reserve Police car were several license plates. A senior member of the police force says the use of multiple license plates is a strategy used by crime fighters. But he said nobody in the force would publicly confirm this as it is a strategy. The cop bemoaned that everybody wants crime down, but said legitimate ways won't work alone. And the National Security Ministry has announced that the Police Mobile Reserve is to be disbanded. In the meantime, its boss, Senior Superintendent Terence Bent, has been sent on leave to facilitate an investigation. So what happens now at the Mobile Reserve? The National Security Ministry says Assistant Commissioner Warren Clark has been assigned to oversee its winding up. Clark is also to develop the framework for a new, vetted, specialized operations organization. The ministry says the new outfit will comprise properly trained and equipped personnel to respond to current and future threats. According to the National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, the impending disbanding of the Mobile Reserve is the start of a major reform of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. In the meantime, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has declared a state of public emergency for the parishes of Hanover, Westmoreland, and St. James. Holness said the security forces made the recommendation after the three parishes accounted for 105 murders in the first 4 months of the year.
The government will use all the tools available to protect the lives of citizens. And the tools that are available include states of public emergency and zones of special operations.
The actual contiguous nature of the three parishes allow us to use our resources in a more efficient way and get the result across all three parishes because they're beside each other.
We're asking you to use any one of the available tip lines to report gang or other violent activities. And the tip lines are 311 for the JCCF tip line and 876-837-8888 for the JDF tip line.
Businesses have welcomed the state of emergency, but the opposition says without critical anti-crime measures, it will not be of long-term benefit. And Jamaica was in more anguish this week following the discovery of the body of 11-year-old Trisha Morris of Pont Hanover. Morris was reported missing last Saturday after she failed to return home from church. A missing person report was filed to the police on Sunday, and on Tuesday her decomposing body was found in bushes. The girl had been sexually abused. It's the second child murder in 3 weeks and coincided with the stabbing injury of an 8-year-old boy by his father in Comfort near Anchovy, St. James. The father had held the child hostage as police arrived to arrest him for allegedly molesting his daughter, who was removed from the house by her mother. The father was eventually shot and killed by the police as they tried to rescue the boy.
I'm very tired of the killing of our nation's children. The gruesome, brutal murders, one behind the other. I am fed up. I am tired of it. I cannot take anymore.
To another big story this week, a furious minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Daryl Vaz, said he was unapologetic about his role in the controversial beach and land sale in St. Anne. The former Contractor General, Dirk Harrison, has blasted Mr. Vaz for influencing the sale of the property rooms on the beach hotel by the Urban Development Corporation, UDC. In a report released this week, the Integrity Commission said Jamaica lost more than $1 billion as the lands were sold to Puerto Caribe below market price. It described the deal as an insult to Jamaicans. But Vaz said he is standing by his decision to expedite the sale. Based on the Integrity Commission's report, the beach was included in the property deal, but at no additional cost to the buyers. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune in to Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, more from Corporal Kirk Fraser, one of the cops involved in the Spanish Town shooting incidents.
This man is a police officer like myself, and he come out of that black car. I didn't see that black car chasing us. It was a white Honda Civic. And my own, as a police officer, would come now and do that. I was saying, no, something is wrong. So I pulled the door and come out, I saw a police jeep come there, and I pull it and just pull the police jeep and say, may I beg you to take me to the hospital, because they want to kill me, I was wondering if the same police want to kill me. Oh. So the vehicle drive off. I think it drive off to the Helton direction. I pull the door and roll out at the vehicle. I didn't even look, I ran in the bush. She went in some water, which kept me up to about my waist. Anybody know the three of us? We are good. Very people would say we are crime fighters, but we are very good police officers. There haven't been any threat of corruption or anything where anybody could have put, or any behavior of this sort. I am worried now about if my family, just if my family now, I am really worried because I'm the breadwinner, I'm the person, I'm the strong man for my family. I'm even afraid to call some of the senior persons that I do the work. I'm afraid I don't know what caused all of this.